Welcome to the Let's Talk with Paula show, where we talk about many topics. But before I get started tonight and introduce my guests, I do want to say this to you. With the heat like it's going so far, I'm asking you to stay blessed, stay safe, and stay hydrated, okay? That's the most important thing. All of them are important. But I want you to stay blessed first, okay? And then I want you to make sure that you be safe. Be aware of your surroundings, because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on out here. And then I'm going to ask you to stay hydrated. So don't take that for granted, okay? Because I don't want you falling out in the street, because the heat that we've had for the last few weeks has been really, really, really bad. So with that, I want to move on and let my guest introduce himself, my host introduce himself.
Well, I am glad to be back, and thank you for having me back. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Donald Bell. I'm an attorney here in Maryland, and I'm located here in Prince George's County. My office is located in Greenbelt. And again, thank you for inviting me back to the studio. Thank you for inviting me back into your homes. I am so happy to be here this evening.
And Donald, I'm so happy that you're here because, like I said, I pray for you all the time. Let me say that first. I pray for you and your family all the time. I pray for Tom and Mark and Una and the board. I pray for my family, your family, everybody, my neighbors. You know, I pray for everybody all the time. Look, I even pray when they say it's going to rain outside, and it's going to be a bad storm. I ask the Lord to please have his angels, right? Because, you know, we got angels. I know that's not a religious show, guys, but I just have to say this. I ask my angels, okay, to protect my roof, my windows. So, because I had lightning come through my house. Me and my dog, the other dog before he died, we had just come out the room. I heard something crash upstairs. Lightning came right across us just as we left out that room. If we had not left out that room at that time where I was standing, we would have both got struck by lightning, right? Ooh. So now when I pray, I ask, when they say we have something, Lord, would you put my angels around my windows, my doors, my roof, you know what I mean? My whole property line, my neighbor to the right, his trees, because, you know, boy got a whole lot of trees. Yes. Okay. I said, you know, his trees, let your angels, you know, lift up the branches and the trees, don't let them fall. The ones to the right, to the left, the back, the front, you know. Yes. Then all my family and friends, Lord, wherever they are, okay, in this country, please don't let any storm devastate their homes, okay, and keep them all safe and out of, you know, and let your angels do their work. Because, you know, we don't put our angels to work. You know, he gave us ministering angels so we can put them to work to protect and work for us, okay? People don't know that, but your angels probably sitting back doing like this. Look, he don't even know he got some help. Okay, he got some help. All they got to do is ask for me, and I will come help you, and they will. You know, you just got to ask, right?
Just got to ask.
So that was on my spirit. I'm sorry, I had to just tell you that, because when that water in that house, I prayed that it wasn't no tree, you know, and because the tree had fallen in my yard. Amazing. Yeah. The tree fell straight down in the yard. Did not hit my house. Didn't hit my neighbor's house, because that's the prayer I pray, right? Yeah. So when I came in and, you know, I was tired, came in and I laid down and I heard that boom, and I said, Lord, please don't let a tree, you know, fell on my house. And lo and behold, wasn't a tree, you know, it was just in one room, one area. One of my sons is, you know, Wayne is an engineer, so he knows how to deal with that kind of stuff. And so I called him, and then I smart enough, because the guy that works for State Farm that comes all the time, we talked about the homeowners policy one time before. I was saying you
need to call him. I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you after the show you need to call him.
So we've talked about this before, about homeowner policies, and I want to remind you guys about this. With your homeowner's policy, you only get 3 times, right, to call in your homeowner insurance policy. 3. So if you use it, make sure that it's worthwhile being used, okay? I'm gonna give you an example, true example. My nephew was working in the neighborhood, you know, to do from wind damage and storm damage that we had last year. And so my roof really did have wind and storm damage. So I called the insurance company and asked them to come. After he came out, his people said, yeah, you should qualify. Well, then the insurance company that came out said, well, no, it's not wear and tear. So wait a minute, hold up. I said, when I had this part of my roof fixed, the man said, that's brand new over there. he told me that I didn't have to worry about this side of my roof. So how are you going to tell me these people right here said that it's due to wind and rain damage that everybody's having, and you're going to say you're not going to cover it? I said, because I have a leak that's in my bathroom down there that my son has tried to fix it, but he can't fix it until my roof gets fixed, right? Guy sends me a thing back and says, well, we're not going to fix the roof, right? And so he said, but I'll send you a check for $400 and some odd to fix the bathroom. I said, why am I going to fix the bathroom if the roof not fixed? Yeah. Okay? I said, no. So as long as I called my friend. I said, this man gave me an estimate. He said, Paula, don't take that check. As long as you don't take the check, then you have not accepted what they wanted to do. And write them, tell them, no, I do not want to put a claim against my house. I do not want you to write a check out in my name for this. I will get it repaired when I can get it repaired, okay? So that was my first time asking. So we talked about it on the show, not about what happened to me, but about the 3 claims. If you get 3 claims, just to remind you, if you do 3 claims against your house, your insurance company can drop you. Your homeowners insurance can drop you after 3 claims. Then you're going to have to try to shop around and try to find somebody else that's going to pick you up. And sometimes nobody picks you up. Okay, so you make sure that if you have to do a homeowner's claim, make sure that the homeowner's claim is worth your while, okay? Not for something petty-handed that you might be able to get one of your friends or call that lady that has a commercial that she tells you all the people that can come out and help you fix stuff. I ain't gonna say her name, okay? But just be careful. So I did not accept that claim, but I'm so glad that I didn't, because now I have a claim that's going to cost me, because I'm still trying to get estimates and stuff, okay? Then let me tell you about this estimate process. A lot of companies say that they'll come out and they'll give you an estimate for free. Those are the ones that you want to deal with. Okay, so the first guy came out, and he didn't even tell us he was coming. We had called him, he just popped up, right? And anyway, I had a conversation with him, and we went outside, and he said, okay, well, I don't use the blah, blah, blah kind of conversation. I said, okay, so now I need to call my other friend and ask him a question. So I didn't use them, because I had to get 2 estimates. So then I had this other group that came up, the advertisers on television, that came out to my house. They went in for 5 minutes, came out. They left and they said, oh, we have to send somebody else out here to do the remodeling. Okay, so it's a 2-step process. It's one that you have to do the water for the remediation to make sure it ain't no mold, ain't no dampness and everything. Well, my son had gotten they put a blower in my house for 3 days, okay, to make sure there wasn't no mold, because I got bronchitis and asthma. They made sure they cut the carpet up and they did everything that they had to do to remove, to make it safe for me to stay in there. So I guess when the guy came in, he said, well, they did half the work, right? So he said, well, we would have to send another person out to do the remodeling, right? So he left, and he didn't even give us that other person's name, right? So then a friend of mine, I told her what had happened, and I sent her a picture. I thought I sent you one too, maybe because you was out of town. And I got ready to send my other son in there one, but he was out of town. But anyway, I called my son. I'm letting him handle it since this is what he does for a living. So I let him call, and there's a 2-step process. So the first person that I talked to on my own at the insurance company told me that I had to get 2 estimates, okay? Okay, so that's what I'm thinking that the process is. So then the person that gave me this person's name, I gave it to my son. He called them, and the lady told him that she could have somebody come out tomorrow and do an estimate. Okay, come to find out that when you have water damage, they have to send out 2 sets of people. Just the immediate space, make sure there's no mold and water and stuff like that. I'm telling you so you know, because I thought it was all one thing. Make sure that the company that you use, though, has a company that they use to do the remodeling. So it's one claim. It might be 2 different names, but the two companies are affiliated with each other. That makes sense? So that's one claim. It's not 2 separate claims. Because I asked the insurance guy just to make sure. So that's why I'm trying to let you know. So the people that's supposed to come out tomorrow, kind of forced my son into to putting in a claim. Because see, the first person I talked to told me to get the claim, the estimates, and then call them, and now there wasn't no time limit on it. Because it takes forever for them to come. So don't sit in your house and just let water run. Call, and the other thing I want to tell you this. Call your water company immediately and let them know what happened in your house and how long the water has been running, so that once the water, you turn it off, call a water company and give them the reading for that day, okay? So that you will not get a big water bill. And just God told me to do that. And so the lady said, you did the right thing. Go give me a reading meeting. I will put it in today, right? And you know, that way they'll send you your bill now from the time that you stop that water, okay? Mm-hmm. And so she said, but if you get a bill that's 3 times the amount because of damage that you have in your house, the water company said that you could always put in a dispute so that they can make an adjustment on the bill. Okay. But you have to notify them when it first happens so that they know that this high usage of water is related to this water incident that happened in your house. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So I just want you to know that. Don't wait for a few days. Call the water company immediately. Tell them what's going on in your house. Get them that reading that you have so you can get a bill. And I got the bill in 2 days. Okay. So the other thing is that so you got to get these estimates. So then what happened was that the lady kind of suckered my son, I think, into making a claim, because she said that she worked with the insurance company all the time. And he said, okay. So I made a claim. But I hadn't got an estimate from these people yet. And I'm trying to figure this out. But then I remembered, as long as I do not accept the check, mm-hmm. and I tell them that I do not want them to do the repairs, that is not a claim against me. Does that make sense? Yeah. So the insurance guy called, because apparently the lady must have called him and told him that he was coming out to my house to go in there and look and see what was happening, that they have to do this remediation process to make sure I'm safe, and then they have to call their sister company so they can come in and remodel, right? So I asked him, is that one claim? He said, yes, because those 2 companies are affiliated. We are familiar with them, so that would be one claim, 2 estimates, 1 claim. Okay, so make sure you find that information out. Also, my son said that if he did not put a claim in, then he would have had to pay $250 for an estimate. And I was saying that all these people on television that give free estimates, why am I going to pay $250? I got to come up with a $1,000 deductible that I did not know that I had on my house. That's mm-hmm. my fault. Let me tell you, we always have to tell you the right thing to do. Yeah. Please go back and look at your homeowners policy and ask them to send you a declaration of your homeowners insurance, okay? Even though you get it paid through your mortgage company, you still need to know what the declaration is on your home warranty mortgage, okay? Because I would never in a million years have a $1,000 deductible. I won't even have a $1,000 deductible on my automobile, mm-hmm. not even $500, okay? So I know that I would not have had a $1,000 deductible on my house, okay? Yeah. But we need to check these things out, folks. Call your homeowner's insurance and ask them to send you the declaration of your policy so you know what it is before you have an incident to get your house repaired if you have a problem. That's the most important thing that I can tell you, okay? And to do what else? Call the water company. And if you have to use fans in your house, okay, to dry the stuff up, then, okay, I would turn them on or turn them off, okay? Because you could use your air conditioner, right? Mm-hmm. You gotta let the electric company know what's going on, okay? Because now you're gonna have a high electric bill. If you don't tell these folks, they just think that you're running your air conditioner 24/7, okay? So who are the 2 important people that you need to call if it's water damage in your house? Because they're gonna have to use them fans, okay? It's gonna be the electric company and the water company. So that at least they know what's going on with these bills, okay? So the insurance person must have called not the insurance company, the people that's coming out to give me an estimate, okay, mm-hmm. must have told the agent, because the lady had my son make a claim. Mm-hmm. So he said, well, I'm going to come in at 11. Well, they're supposed to come in between 9 and 11. He said, I'm going to come in at 11. I'm coming from Pennsylvania. So he said, because I'm going to come in and see and make sure that they're not using these big old fans in your house that they don't have to use, okay? So it's good to have the estimates. Now I understand why they have the estimates, because that way when the inspector comes, if they're using these big old fans to blow through your house and burn up all your electricity, and they're using fans that they don't have to use, then you're paying for that, okay? Yeah. So just make sure, that you follow some steps and find out what you do in case of an emergency. And you say this all the time, have a plan in place. Mm-hmm. And so this is one that I've had homes, I've never had any problems with my homes, but like I said, the distractions that's been coming, this is one of those distractions, But thank God that I have homeowners insurance. Now I just got to come with $1,000, okay? Mm-hmm. But because it was a claim, then we don't have to worry about the $250, right? Mm-hmm. So make sure that if it says a free estimate, make sure, what does that involve? Does a free estimate mean that I have to have a claim? Or does a free estimate mean that you will come out with, just to give me an estimate?
Powerful information.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just passing this on. This is the first time it ever happened to me, and I really think that you need to know. Did you know that, Don?
No. No.
And my friend, I'm glad that he told me, that comes on the show, Dave from State Farm. When he comes on, I'm glad he told me about the 3 rule. Did you know about the 3 rule? Have you been on here when he talked about that before?
No.
Okay.
But I've heard you talk about it before.
Yeah. So don't do no $400 claim against your house. Man, don't even do $1,000 claim against your house, because if you have $1,000 deductible, you have to pay $1,000. They're only paying $300 and some odd dollars. You understand what I'm saying?
Sense, yeah.
Makes no sense. And the claims go against you. So make sure that when you file a claim against your homeowner's warranty,
it needs to be significant.
It needs to be a significant amount and damage that is being done. That's the best best advice that I can give to you. Just don't,
don't file a claim for maintenance and repairs that you can do, that you may be able to get done yourself.
Yeah, that you might be able to get done yourself, Mm-hmm. Those things, some of them we could not do. Yeah. Okay. I thank God, because I do pray, because it wasn't a tree. Mm-hmm. Because I could have been sitting there. As long as it takes for these people to come and see you.
You could have had a hole in your roof.
I would have had a hole in the roof with a piece of plastic, right? Yeah. So God works.
Yes.
Because I asked him, don't let no tree fall on my house. Yeah. Okay. So thank you, Jesus. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that I did tell you guys again. I know we talked about it. I know Dave have talked about it before, but now I'm experiencing it for myself. It is not an easy process, and I thank God for the friends that I have. The lady that did give me a call, Miss Audrey, she gave me a call and told me she had floods in her basement quite a bit, so that's why she told me to call these particular people,
Okay.
And then she gave me some other information. I don't have it with me today, but I'll make sure that I'll give it to you, that for senior citizens that they might be able to help. I don't have it with me today, but I'll make sure that I have it next time we're on the air. So I just wanted to say that.
Well, I'm glad you shared that information with us, because I just sat here and just listened, learned a lot, like in terms of like how these claims work, and then how some of these contractors work in terms of they trying to make you pay. Mm-hmm. I guess if you're not going to use their service or whatnot, then they're going to make you pay for them coming out. Mm-hmm. I guess that's what you're telling me.
That's what I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So that's something that I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know it either.
Yeah.
And
I think they should disclose that to you before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I believe that these people do a commercial on television. I've been looking for it, right? Yeah. That they will come out for free, mm-hmm. Okay? And that's not what they said when the first call went through.
Yeah.
But then the next time he talked to him, then that's what they said. And the lady gave him, I wasn't on the phone with him, whatever. And so it's almost like, I still have the option. Even though they come out, they still got to show me an estimate. I can say yay or nay. And thank God that the homeowners insurance guy is coming out tomorrow at 11 o'clock, okay? Out the clear blue sky, he called and said, I'll be out there, and if I see that they got equipment in your house that they don't need to have, mm-hmm. I'm going to tell them, so they can come in, put a smaller fan or whatever they have in there. So that ain't nobody but God.
Yeah.
So
you're talking about the adjuster, the insurance adjusters coming out?
The insurance adjuster's coming out tomorrow too. The inspector, because I've had these other inspectors, and then the one that my son did focus on, they're coming out tomorrow.
So it was your water heater?
It wasn't the water heater.
Okay.
It's called an aerator that sits on top of the water heater. Okay, now it's an expansion tank that sits on top. When you go home, look at your hot water heater, and then you're gonna have a thing that sits, if it's gas, it's gonna have a tank that sits on top of it. The aerator, I guess because of the heat, and see, I turned my air conditioner on because I was in and out of my house because of other circumstances. I would turn it down so I wouldn't be running electricity. So I guess back there in that room, it must have got too hot.
Really hot.
And it was just a little pinhole. That one little pinhole was spraying like it was Niagara Falls in there, you know. And yeah, so then the thing that too is that I have all this insurance. Check your insurances too, guys. Here's the other thing. You have, they got all kinds, I'm gonna name a few. I'm not saying that anything bad, I'm just gonna name a few, okay? Like if you got HomeServe or you have AHS, what's that? That's the one, the commercial. You have Costella. Or
so you talking about the home warranties, or you talking about?
I'm talking about just individual warranties on your furnace, your hot water heater, your air conditioner, your refrigerator, those warranties, okay? Because I have a warranty on my hot water heater. I have a warranty on my air conditioner, my furnace. I have it, and Donald is the one that told us a long time ago, make sure that you have insurance that pays for, if in fact you have a flood outside your house and they have to come in and do all the digging and stuff and get the hot water, the pipes and things on the outside. That's very expensive. Yeah. And then it's going to also probably have problems, the damage on the inside of the house. So for the inside and the outside, you got to get that insurance because insurance is expensive, okay? But you can shop around for that. That's not a home warranty.
Yeah, we had to learn the hard way on that.
Oh, okay. So you told us about that, and I immediately went and got it, okay? And so now, the other ones that we're talking about like for your furnace, your hot water heater, you know, your refrigerator, oven, whatever, because they got different warranty companies out there for those that is not included in your home warranty. Your home warranty is for your home. It is not for the things that you have inside your home, okay? Like the hot water heater, the furnace and stuff, okay? That's why I'm saying get a copy and see what your homeowner's insurance says. Okay, so with that, you need to make sure that when you get those policies that you know what they cover, because when I called about the hot water heater, because I didn't know what this aerator was about it, and the lady said that's a plumbing problem, right? That's what my son said when he first came in. It's a plumbing problem, okay? I called the people that I had my home warranty, for my hot water heater on. They said, no, that's not a plumbing heater. That's not a plumbing problem because it's not a pipe, okay? It's not the hot water heater itself. So my son said, why has she got the insurance then? Because that's a part of it. It sits on top of it, so it has to be a part of it. She said, no, it's not. It's a different attachment. What we cover is this. Everything that got to do with the hot water integral parts, okay? Yeah. So check and see when you get. So you think
your warranty is covering it, but it's something completely different.
The piece that's attached to the hot water heater, okay? If it was a hot water heater, one of the components within the hot water heater.
So how would the average layperson know something like that?
That's why I'm telling you now, because I almost cursed. How would I know that? That's why I'm telling you.
I almost cursed myself too. Like, how am I supposed to know that?
Okay, you say hot water heater. I don't know the aerator is different from it because it's sitting on top of it. That is different from the hot water heater.
It's the same thing
to me. And the first thing that my son know, and the other person said it was a plumbing problem. So then who did I call? I called the people that I got the service that's supposed to deal with my plumbing on the inside, outside. They said, oh no, that's not covered because that's the hot water heater. Okay. So I'm saying, so what the hell am I doing?
Nobody want to cover it, huh?
Nobody wants to cover the aerator, okay? Because one of them it's not a pipe. It's not a pipe, okay, but it's connected to the hot water heater. But because it is a plumbing problem, though, because it's spraying water, you have to turn the water off, okay? So I go with my son and with the first person, that's a plumbing problem. Yeah. So, but the other people said no. So please find out what is your hot water, your air conditioner, your furnace, your refrigerator, your stove, whatever you got covered, make sure what does it cover? Does that homeowner's insurance policy? Because sometimes cheap ain't all what it's count up to be. You understand? But see, I have two different things for two different pieces, and one of them I don't pay a cheap amount, and the other one that I pay a substantial amount, which that's the one that said to cover all the components inside the water heater, but it's not the hot water heater. The other one says it's not the pipe. You know, so I'm just telling you guys, because we don't know how many women do you know that men know that they have to look at the insurance warranties that they're getting, because they're going by what somebody's telling them. Oh, the commercial says you need your hot water, you need your refrigerator, you need this covered. Oh, call us, we'll cover everything. That's not true. Check it out for yourself, okay? Make sure that it will do what you think that it should do. Put it that way, it's what you think, not, okay? Find out what the warranty actually says that it will do and not do, okay? So that's the best advice that I could possibly give you this evening on my own, from my own experience, and dealing with this now for almost 2 weeks, okay? And still not fixed, okay?
So do you have hot water, or it's not?
Well, the hot water, we can turn hot water on now, because they fixed the aerator, okay? The aerators fixed the hot water.
They just got to fix the area around it right now.
Now everything else on there, and then it messed up my hot water. What's the water? They make hard water, soft water.
Okay.
Okay. That gadget that I had back there, the water messed that up. It's not working. So now I got to see whether or not the insurance company said it'll take care of it. And the insurance company said, now I did not do this. I take pictures when it's happening. I did do that, and then the insurance guy told me, fine, take pictures of what's happening right then. Then if you do any cleanup, take pictures of what you cleaned up, okay? Video, both of them, okay? Now, what I did not think about doing, that the stuff that we were throwing out, like using the towels and T-shirts and stuff, because the guy told me this yesterday. He said, we will pay for any towels, anything that you had to use and throw away. I didn't take pictures of those because we were too busy trying to get that stuff out the house, okay? So, but take pictures of it, because he says that anything that you have to use for that cleanup, this is what the insurance guy said, that you have to use for that cleanup, with possibility that we will pay for it.
I also want to say this, because this is an issue that one of my clients had. So the insurance company wrote her a check, right? And the check was made out to her and the mortgage company. She thought that the check was for her losses of personal items, but it was actually for the people who were doing the work. For the home warranty? Well, yeah, for the people who were doing the work.
Okay, right.
Contractors.
Not even the home warranty people. It was for the people.
So when you get that check, you need to make certain that you understand what that check is for.
Yes.
Because if those people come to your house and do work, then
they got to get paid.
They got to get paid.
Yep.
So sometimes it may be $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 worth of work, and you go out and spend that money thinking that it's replace your personal items, and it may not be. So you got to understand exactly what that money is for, and make certain that you put in the right claims for, the work that has to be done, as well as for your personal items. And
they should make it out to the people that did the work.
Yeah,
they shouldn't be making it out to you.
But in this situation, they made the check out to her and to the mortgage company.
And they shouldn't have paid
the mortgage company endorsed it, sent it back to her, so she thinking that it's her check. Yeah,
that's a good point. Now you told me something I needed to know, because I'm going to make sure who is he making the check out to. And we're going to say good night. Hope that it's some good information that'll help you. Be safe, be blessed, and stay hydrated. And Donald, thank God that the Lord brought you back.
Thank you, Lord.
And we say good night.